Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing on the Elementalist. I wanted to do a Curse 7 run where we used absolutely no runes, so I don't have to tell you what we're using rune wise because we actually aren't using any. We're going to run it in the Cave of Dal Zhog and we're using the Elementalist's second weapon, the Severe Cold. Obviously, we're not going to have Freezing Blow because, well, we don't have a weapon expert or any runes for that. Now, the reason I use the Elementalist is, well, because I found Slow into Fragility to be an extremely strong combo. Fragility especially very, very strong. Especially when we played on the prologue and the demo, not having a lot of like the executioner and worrying about, or the runes, not having them to help with the damage and everything like that, we had to use a lot of fragility in every single build that we played. Besides for that, like the fire, doom, burn, doom, poison, things like that weren't as strong, and they still aren't as strong as your fragility. The only difference now is the brittle, but for the sake of this build, we are going to leave brittle itself out of it. So we will not play with magic missile and we will not play with light beam, both of which are accessible to the Elementalist. But what we are going to be going for is our frozen build. So we are going to go for frozen warhammer, freezing blow, as well as the blizzard and avalanche. Even surprise gift might be something worth investing into, but we'll see how it goes and go from there. Now, the beginning is always pretty decent. Dealing with the bosses isn't too difficult, but once we get to about the third or fourth wave of bosses, they start to be a little bit more tankier and therefore a little bit harder to kill. But it also depends on the combination of the bosses we get. So if we get really good combinations, then we don't really have to worry about it. But if we get a combination like the Prophetess and a lot of those horrible, gosh, look at this light beam and magic missile, but like Chaos Bringer, Prophetess, and the Fire Incarnation all at once, it really, really does affect you in a horrible manner when trying to dodge all of the AoEs. Even the Plague, Alexei, the Plague Bringer, and his poison being put on the floor everywhere, we don't have a lot of dodge, and we also don't have the dodge distance like we would if we had dash mastery. So, as you can see, we just take hits like there's no tomorrow because, well, that's just how it is when you play this. Anyway, there we go. We got ourselves a freezing blow as well. And now we can just chillax. We just need avalanche and or surprise gift, but avalanche will obviously be the better one to get if we can. Otherwise, we'll just have to go for whatever it is that we can get. It is even possible to do this without a skill tree, but it is going to take a lot of RNG and just some really good luck. Pretty much the same thing, but with good RNG, you can definitely even do this without a skill tree. And obviously using a strong character. I think you would probably play it on the Sentinel to get the best results, but that's up for debate. Alright, so we took Arcane Power. We are going to get rid of Ice Vortex for Avalanche if we find it, but until then we're just going to keep playing as is. So I am going a bit fast on the choices because, well, it's kind of like second nature, where I don't even have to look at some of them. I can just see, okay, well, this is the skill. This is going to be very strong. Let's take this. But what I will do from now is just speak a little bit about them. Again, I have done it in the past, but this one's just purely to show that beating Curse 7 is possible without the runes. So not really talking that much about my choice options. Alright, so first boss dead. Again, it was the Chaos Bringer. He does follow us, which actually makes it a lot easier to kill him and to hit the freezing blow as well as the frozen warhammer. So as you can see, the other bosses are a little bit more painful. We do have the Ice, Fire, and Plague bosses with us. So we need to kind of deal with them, unfortunately. And it's not going very well. So there's a third Swift. We've actually got Doom to Dazed, which is amazing. And there's Hypothermia. This is going very well. Let's see if we can capitalize on this now. So the third dash is actually fantastic. That's probably the one thing we needed to live. And we got it. So let's see what happens now. We also got Hypothermia. We also got Impending Doom. Now, if we could get ourselves a Exposed Weakness, we would be in the best place possible to win this. So let's see. Hopefully it's going to go well. I do have to admit that this is not the first attempt that I'm doing this. I have tried with the Arcane Weaver. I have tried with the Elementalist before, and we got to the final boss and there was like one boss left and we died. So, you know, trial and error. As you can see, we can't even get close to them because of all the AoE. Even all the stuff they've got on the floor for some reason. It's just ridiculous. They also have a Paladin, which is just as irritating. Hopefully he can die now. There we go. Now we can focus on this one. And on some of the trees. But let's level up quickly. So we're going to go for that. We will grab Doom now as well because it is something that we need. So if we find Doom, I think we're going to banish the armor. We're not going to use it, so we don't quite need it. Stack Fragility. There's Avalanche. Get rid of that. And damage. Alright, Avalanche to me is just much better at providing slow stacks than Ice Vortex. Ice Vortex is there for damage, but we already have the damage from the Frozen Warhammer, so we don't need the Ice Vortex damage. So we apply a lot of slow. We could even grab ourselves another slow or touch of ice even if we wanted to increase that number even further. We did unfortunately lose a life, but we did gain quite a lot of movement speed as well, so that will hopefully keep us alive. But again, this is all just, you know, a mess in somewhat way. There we took a lovely hit from someone. I don't even know who it was, but one of the bosses decided they want to smack us and it hurt. At the same time, one of them are nearly dead. It is the Fallen King. So he can die. The Prophetess is going to die. Oh, there were two of them. Okay, that's who hit me. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. So as you can see, with the right combination and being in a decent spot on the map, it is a lot easier to kill things. If we can stand still here just for a little bit so we can kill that thing. Fantastic. Kill those guys. Dodge the bomber. You see how sure-footed makes such a huge difference for the amount of damage that you take. Let's go grab those crystals. And we should be ready for the third bosses. Now this is where it's going to start getting a little bit more difficult. I should have grabbed the Doom there and I never. Such a clever person. We're going to banish the block. Oof, that was a good banish. We got a really juicy Relentless there. Let's increase our damage. Come on, give me a Doom. There we go. Damage. Crit. And some life. Now, the only thing I wish we had is a lot more life. Alright, but the movement speed and the dodges obviously make a big difference. There we go. You can definitely feel the difference when you have enough movement speed on your character. It definitely makes it a lot easier for surviving. Now, hopefully we get a good next couple of bosses. obviously, because we don't want to die. Again, Cave of Dal Zhog has probably the biggest open area in it in the middle over here. So it does make it easier to wrap yourself around things. And obviously for Blizzard to land up in the middle of things. So this is like quite a nice area for the bosses to be put so that you can deal the most amount of damage to them. Okay, we're going to destroy this and deal with the Void Hunter as well. There we go. Now we just got to find that Void Hunter. He's somewhere here. I think he's dead. There we go. We got another level up. So let's keep going. Multicast, fantastic. Fragility. And then we can go for a damage on the Frozen Warhammer. Alright, we have a Plague Bearer, 2 Incarnate, no, that's Ice and Fire. So let's stay away from them and deal with the Ice since he is isolated. As you can see, he is already dead, so we definitely do a lot of damage. We're going to run away from this dude, slowly chip away at him while he is running towards us, obviously. And now we are going to do some laps around them. Obviously, we have to do the laps because, well, we're kind of being targeted by the flamethrower, which hurts if you don't dodge. So, you know, kind of a self-explanatory thing going on over here with it. But at least these bosses you can kind of get close to because they don't really have a lot of huge AoEs that need you to dodge, or like the Prophetess where it's a screen-wide AoE that you can't really get away from. All right, let's grab ourselves. What shall we grab ourselves? Damage, I guess. Cast frequency and damage increase. Obviously, the more damage we have, the more damage we're going to deal. And the faster this is going to go. Right, we're just over halfway, and it has taken us a very long time. I think it takes a bit longer, obviously, because we don't have runes, but also because we... Oh, gosh. Yeah, because we don't have the clear to like deal with the elites too quickly. Even though we do melt things, if we're too close to them, we're definitely going to be putting ourselves in danger. So we don't want to really be on top of things, although we do at the same time. But if you do, you're putting yourself in a lot of danger. So let's grab the... Let's just go for crit now. We're going to re-roll once, and we got area for Blizzard. Why not? Now, although we kind of do have Avalanche, so maybe I could have just gone for the area of the Frozen Warhammer instead, because that would have meant I could have got the damage off without being so close to them, but it is what it is. Let's see how much damage we can do to everything while still being pretty safe. Okay, we can't actually get very close to them right now, which is a problem for me. I need them to move away from there. They need to come like here. And there's also a paladin there, so, you know, we have to kind of be careful of him. All right, so we got the spinny boy. But we're also in a better space in terms of, you know, running around circles on the bosses. So that's cool. The fallen king is nearly dead. He is dead. This is probably going to die soon. Come on. Oh, by the way, a nice disclaimer there for everyone is I've never ever finished Curse 7 without runes. When the prologue and the demo were out, I never could finish it. No matter how hard I tried, no matter what I did, I kept dying. Obviously, practice makes you better. So, I mean, I have over 100 hours in the normal game. So, or the early access, whatever you'd like to call it. And yeah, so that definitely makes a difference, as you can see. But obviously, there are different spells and things that would make it stronger. Although Blizzard, Frozen Warhammer were always in the game, as well as like Glacier and other ice skills, so we could have used those. But we'll see the damage numbers at the end. I do think that Severe Cold is a very strong skill that a lot of people sleep on. So, you know, there's that as well. Okay, we're just going to get rid of this Void Hunter over here, and then we can do some leveling. We're going to go for damage, obviously, you know, who doesn't like damage. Then cast frequency there. I think we need a bit more life just to be safe. It will be the last bosses. Damage, and then we can go for area of effect. So let's go kill this tower. Obviously, if we have Blizzard and the Avalanche, the same target, there's going to be so many slows for the fragility stacking, and then for Frozen Warhammer and Freezing Blow to deal a lot of damage. So let's see what happens. We've got ourselves another little Void Hunter over here to deal with. He's dead. I think getting the Swift upgrade was definitely one of the best things that happened to us. And we're also in a very good spot now for dealing damage to the bosses as well. So this looks like it could be it, ladies and gentlemen. After about 1,700 attempts, no, I'm joking, it wasn't that many. Just probably like 2 attempts. We finally did this. Obviously, we still need to win before I can say we've done it, but I'm sure we'll manage. As you can see, their life is being whittled. Like I said, they are in a very good spot for us to just do circles around them. And then, obviously, when the Frozen Warhammer does beat down... Oh my goodness, what hit me there? No, not like this. No, you must die. I alone am best. There's only one left. I don't even know where he is. Wait, where is the boss? Oh, it's her. Yes, I did it. No ruins. It took us a whole 15 minutes, but we did it. And look, now, just because I said earlier that we would get our... we didn't get it. Okay, so no exposed weakness. That would have made it a lot faster, though. But really cool. Oh, we did it. No runes, guys. Curse 7 and Frozen Warhammer and Severe Cold being the MVPs with 22 million and 33 million damage. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.